From the Sky Satellite Network, this is Sky One with Beat the Elite.
It came. The end of the world as we know it. But one thing survived. They could not break its following. The game.
People, thank you. It's Friday here on Games World. So what have we got? We've got Beat the Elite. We've got two champions. We've got Mangatsu from Monday and we've got Simon from Wednesday. You know what happens? They come to all that trauma. They've now got to go head-to-head with each other, and only one of them is going to go up against the Videators, the toughest, baddest bunch of players on the planet. It's Friday. What else can it mean but Mr. Tim Boone?
Thanks very much indeed, Bob. Well, of course it's Friday. What time is it? It's 1 minute past 6. You know what that means? It's playtime.
It is indeed. Let's have a look at our two contestants. Let's see what they thought about tonight's contest.
My name is Mangatsu. I'm Monday's winner. I've seen Simon play, and he's just a beginner. So watch me take him out.
My name's Simon. On Wednesday I was at the top. I've seen Mangatsu play, and he was a flop.
So they're both champions, but only one of them's going to go all the way. Do we want to see them? Yeah! Well, then bring them to me now! Here they are, Mangatsu and Simon, two super cool players. We've seen them perform before. Now we're going to see how they get on against each other. You feel confident?
Very.
Yeah, you feel good?
Yeah.
Well, they've had a good few days on Millsy Island to get their fingers working and to get their sneers in order, I noticed, Simon. Well done for that. Now we're going to see how they perform against these other gentlemen. Take your position, please, at the console.
Well, they may look mean, but they're up against the toughest game in the entire world, the legend of living rooms across the land, the one and only Cash Dash. 60 seconds to race around the screen, collect as many coins as you can, avoid the robots, pick up the icons. Mangatsu's in blue, Simon's in green. At the end of this, there's one winner and one down and out.
That's exactly how it works. We know you've been through a lot to get here, but this is the big head-to-head. OK, whoever wins is through, whoever loses is off. Best of luck to both of you. Let's play.
OK, once again, Simon's in green at the top, Mangatsu is in blue, his stack of coins at the bottom. Now, both these guys do look very mean, but this is going to be the test. Now, the idea of this game, as everybody knows, is to go for as many coins as possible, find the clusters, and at the moment, Mangatsu in blue has found the best cluster up at the top there, and he's at the bottom, and he's racking up more points than Simon at the top in green. Mangatsu's definitely got the run of this at the moment. He picked up a speed-up icon there, but he's just been thwarted by a robot. Now, as you can see, the guys can punch each other, to try and thwart each other, punch each other out of the way. They're just below the 30-second mark. They're halfway through, and at the moment, Simon's come back from nowhere to run into the lead in green. Simon in green has found a good cluster. He's found out how to beat the robots. Mangatsu's having trouble, and it's dead level at the moment. Both the guys are going back and trying to scrap on the bridge. If Mangatsu can go forward, he's going to get the coins, but Simon gets there first. Simon's got all the coins. Mangatsu can only follow and pick up what's left. Simon's ahead. The crowd likes Simon. They're yelling for him. At the moment, it's always running out of time, and Simon wins. 62. Simon, you got 62 points. Welcome to Games World. Welcome to Beat the Elite and the toughest half hour of your life. Mangatsu, you got 45. Goodbye.
Mangatsu, unlucky. You did very well to get here. You've been champion for a week, but now this man is going to go through. Mangatsu, goodbye. Take him away, gentlemen. So, you're going to go through. You've got the biggest challenge of your life coming up. You've got to play the Videators. How do you think you're going to do?
I'll probably beat them.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
It's It's the Videator Challenges.
And Simon, your first Videator challenge tonight is the one and only Street Fighter Turbo on a Super Nintendo. Not only that, we're playing at Super Turbo speed, 6 stars fast. 2 fighters battle it out, 3 rounds, 1 winner, Turbo.
You got 62 points. Before we find out which of the Videators you're up against, we have to ask you, how many of those points do you want to bet?
I'll bet 20.
20! 20, yes. That's looking good. They like it. Let's see who it's going to be. Press the button.
The Videator who will challenge you is Master Moriarty, the snob amongst the slobs, the toff amongst the toughs. He's the upper crust technocrat. Can you outclass him?
Please welcome Master Moriarty!
And now, from Games World, it's the Kid of the Week, the schoolboy sensation of the 90s. Oh dear, it's Master Moriarty, and he's brought the nanny as well.
Master Moriarty, great pleasure.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry. Hello, Nanny.
But now, just to go over that again, Nanny. That's 1 tray set, 1 racing car, another SNES for my collection, another Neo Geo for my collection, 1 teddy bear, and 400 Mars bars for dear old big boy Barry. OK, now could you post that tonight, please, Nanny? Goodbye.
That's the Christmas list, is
Yes,
it?
that's right, Mr. Mills.
Oh, lovely. Let me introduce your big present. This is Simon, who I think may be about to parcel you up and deposit you under the tree, because he's a mean player. He's bet 20 points that he can get a beat-em-up on you in Street Fighter. What do you think?
That insults mean nothing to me, Mr. Mills.
Right, well, let's see how you can play. Gentlemen, take your positions at the console. So, Tim, Master Moriarty on a beat-em-up.
Absolutely.
How's he going to do?
Well, if this was in the playground, if this was for real, you'd have to give it to Simon, wouldn't you? I mean, no contest. But this is Turbo, this is on the SNES, and Moriarty is good. He's chosen Vega. Very fast character, great attacks, Barcelona drop, rolling crystal flash. Simon, he's gone for Chun-Li, very fast character as well, great special moves. This is going to be really quick.
Best of 3, but if somebody wins the first 2, obviously we'll call a halt there. Gentlemen, if you're quite ready, let battle commence.
OK, this is going to be fast. For everybody at home, Moriarty's on the left, and Simon as Chun-Li is on the right. Both the guys sizing each other out. Moriarty tried a Barcelona drop, but it didn't work. Both the guys just sorting out, trying to work use their special moves. Simon's just moving in, testing out Vega. Both these guys are a bit scared of the sheer speed of this game because it's moving at 6 stars. It's very fast. But Vega got the drop there. Moriarty's moving in. Great drop from the side of the screen by Moriarty. Moves in with a crystal flash. What can Chun-Li do? Great drop again. There's very little that Simon can do here. Moriarty's got the upper hand. But fighting him off. Simon very wisely tries to reorder it, but it's all over first round. Moriarty wins. 1-0 to Moriarty.
Gentlemen, fight on.
Simon's going to try and find something very special here. He's been using his kicks up to now. They haven't been working. Maybe he can use his punches and throws. But out straight away and goes that crystal flash again. Moriarty is great with this character. And Simon doesn't know what's hit him. Another crystal flash and dizzy for Chun-Li. She's out of it with the drop. The kick, one more will finish her off. One more slash to finish her off. Down comes Vega from the ceiling. One more is all that Moriarty needs, and that's it with the Barcelona drop. It's all over. What a convincing win. Simon, you thought you were great, but you were against the best, and you've paid the price. You're now on 42 points.
Master Moriarty, another superb performance. Well done. Any words of advice for him at all?
Chiefly just don't be predictable.
Yeah, don't be so predictable. OK, hopefully we'll see you again before Christmas. But if not, I've got an orange and a walnut for you. Nanny, it's about his bedtime, I think. Master Moriarty! So, Simon, now we're beginning to see. Yes, by all means, you can beat your contemporaries, but now you're up against the Videators, and they are mean and they are tough. You're down to 42 points. Let's see what you're going to play next. Tim.
OK, Simon, it's time to get things moving. It's time to make things go with a bang. What better game to do it than Super Bomberman on the Super Nintendo? Rush around the maze, picking up the icons, but basically trying to blow your opponent sky high. Bang.
You've got 42 points. How many do you want to bet?
21.
21, yes! Fancies his chances of this. Let's see who you're going to be playing. Press the button.
The Videator who will challenge you is Mr. Mathers, the megabyte millionaire. He's the mean machine, making millions from his video game empire. Can you control this corporate killer?
Please welcome Mr. Mathers, the Megabyte Millionaire.
Big money! Big player! It's the big man himself, the one and only Mr. Mathers.
Mr. Mathers, sir. Great
Hold
pleasure
on a
to see you.
minute.
How are you?
Hold on. Miss Mundane, go keep those Christmas shoppers off my limousine. I saw them loitering. Go on, get off.
And how are you, sir?
I'm afraid I am very annoyed, Robert. I was coming here in my limousine today, and all of a sudden, this big bloke in this red suit with this big beard and reindeer comes and cuts me up in his sledge. I mean, what's the world coming to?
Well, what that is, it's Father Christmas, and it's a concept of giving things away for... It's something you'll never grasp, I promise you. Let me introduce Simon, who's playing you at Super Bomberman. He's spent half of his kingdom, 21 points. He thinks he can beat you. What do you say?
I'm afraid I'm just going to have to wipe that stupid smile off his face for my first bomb.
Well, let's see. Gentlemen, please, take your positions at the console. So, 21 points. The age-old question, is he a brave man or is he a fool?
He's a very, very brave man, but he's also a fool, Bob. Mathers is going to win this, hands down.
Right, well, let's see. How do they play? Is it best of three?
Best of 3 rounds.
Best of 3. Gentlemen, if you're quite ready, let battle commence.
OK, for everybody at home, Mathers at the bottom in black, very fittingly. At the top in white, that is Simon. And as you can see, the guys just having to blow a passage through to each other. When they get towards the middle of the screen, that's when the real action will begin. But these early tactical manoeuvres can be really handy later on. This is where you pick up the icons. As we come to them, I'll explain what they do. They do things like increase the range of your bombs, the number you can drop. If you look at the top, the dead set icon, it's not a good idea to pick that up. That could be anything, and it's very usually something bad. Now, the crowd are getting behind Simon, but I really do think that Mr. Mathers is such a seasoned professional in this game. I really see him getting it. What do you think, Bob? They're moving towards the middle, which is where the action will be. And at the moment, Mathers has picked up an extra bomb icon, which means he can drop more bombs. Both these guys are playing very cautious game. It's looking, as you can see, Mathers has picked up an extra bomb icon, which allows him to throw icons into the path of his opponent. But at the moment, both these guys are very cautious, and it's got to be said, Simon is a lot better than I first thought. They've been told to hurry up. That's a good sign. It means they're both very good players. But they've been done. Mathers wins the first round. A complete surprise out of the blue.
Let's go.
And that delayed action bomb from Mathers is what did it there. Completely out of the blue. Took Simon out, which means that Mathers is one ahead. If Mathers wins this one, it's all over for Simon. And don't forget, he spent 21 points on this. Oh, he's just dropped a dud bomb. Don't try and mess with it, it'll put it off in your face. Drop some more. Mathers has dropped a dud. Mathers is having a bit of trouble down there in the bottom. As he finally, Mathers is, it's all gone wrong for Mr. Mathers at the bottom. Simon's leaping ahead. He's leaping through. At the moment, this could be a bit of a comeback from Simon. Let's wait and see what happens. Mathers just waiting for that bomb to explode. He's playing a very, very cautious game today. And he's obviously had a bad day on the stock market. He's playing very, very cautiously as Mr. Mathers. But at the moment, Simon playing very wisely, just dropping those bombs, and they make quite a decent amount of damage, pushing his way through. Now, as you can see, all the water being blown up here. As soon as these two guys meet up, it should be over very, very quickly, because there's very little camouflage to hide behind. And at the moment, they've been told to hurry again. That's the mark of 2 good players. It means that nobody's made any mistakes so far. Watch those bombs go off. Anything can happen here. Now, Mr. Mathers picked up an extra bomb icon. Very nearly took a tumble there. He's picked up an extra speed icon. At the moment, Mathers has definitely got the upper hand in terms of icons, but Simon's playing a very cool game. What's happening here? No, they're both being very smartly. This is white-knuckle stuff. These guys are not making any mistakes.
They're running out of places to hide now, aren't they?
Definitely. They're running, and the screen is getting smaller all the time. Could this be a draw? We'll wait and see. The screen is getting smaller by the second. The bombs are racing off with the computer. The computer doesn't like the fact that they're taking so long. It means both these guys are great. Neither one of them's made a single mistake, but Simon was in trouble. He's got out of it. What a game. This is the best we've seen on Games World so far. Can the screen shrink any further? Simon punts one in. I'm nearly out of breath there. These guys, this is a total standoff. It's a stalemate in chess terms. Have you ever seen anything like this? And this time up, it's a draw. We have a drawn round.
This is going to be the decider. Mr. Mathers, you need to win this one. Obviously, Simon, you need to win it just as badly. Let's play on.
Okay, now from at home, if Mathers can win this, remember he's in the black. He's won the whole thing. If Simon wins this round, we have to go to another 4th round. Let's wait and see how things go. Mathers is playing very, very cautiously, but both these guys are absolute pros. In fact, anybody watching at home should be videotaping this so they can watch it later and pick up some techniques on the game. These guys are both world-class players. Simon really is a top-class star at this game. He's got a dump bomb there. He's wisely chosen to avoid it. He may go back to it later, but for now he's trying to punch his way through to Mathers. Of the two players, Simon is definitely the most aggressive. He fancies his chances here, but Mathers punted a bomb over the wall. Now Simon's playing, it's completely changed his tactics, and he's now playing a much more cautious game. Mathers just picked up an extra length icon that gives him more length on his bombs. Oh, and he's done it! That was a brilliant move. Mathers has won it. He's won the game. And that brilliant dummy from Mathers clinched the toughest game we've yet seen on Games World. Fantastic performance by both players, but Simon, you're down to 21 points.
Mr. Mathers, Christmas is coming. You've obviously got men to lay off. Definitely. Mr. Mathers, the Megabyte Millionaire! People how tough it is to beat the elite, they don't quite believe us. This man does. He's down to 21 points. He's got to start winning and winning big straight after this break.
You're watching Sky One.
Welcome back to an incredibly exciting Beat the Elite. This is Simon. He came on, he whacked Mangatsu. He had 62 points. The world was his oyster, but he's played twice, he's lost twice. He's down to 21. He needs to start winning. Tim, what have we got for him?
He's playing Turtles Tournament Fighter on the Mega Drive. This is a great game. It's almost as good as Street Fighter. Choose your character from the Turtles or their enemies and battle it out over 3 rounds. This time round, you've got weapons, you've got sticks, you've got forks, and hey, you're a turtle.
You've got 21 points. Simon, how many do you want to bet?
5.
5. Oh. We can see the confidence ebbing out of his soul. Let's see who you're going to be playing. Press the button.
The bidiator who will challenge you is the Persian Prince of Perfection. His peerless powers come from the ancient wisdom. He is shrewd and quick. Beware.
Please welcome the Persian Prince of Perfection.
And the mysteries of the East will have to stay mysteries because this man doesn't know anything about them. What he does know about that is playing games, and he is good.
Princey, how you doing? Good to see you.
Salam, Mr. Mills. I must say I'm not feeling too good today because, well, my genie ran out on me. He left me this note saying that he's gone away to become one of Santa's little helpers. What can I do?
It's seasonal work. Yeah. Everybody needs
There's a genie out there. Call me.
Genie out there with his name on it. You feeling less confident than you were a couple of minutes ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should think so too. Good, gentlemen, good. Take your positions for the slaughter at the console.
For everybody at home, this is going to be another slaughter. I'm sorry about this. What more? We all want Simon to win, but he's not going to. Persian Prince is playing Raphael. He's got the forks. Simon's chosen Donatello. He's the guy with the big stick, the bow. Let the slaughter commence, Bob.
Best of 3?
Best of 3 rounds.
OK, we suspect it may only go to 2, but Simon, we're all behind you here. Let battle commence.
OK, once again, for everybody at home, Raphael over on the left. That's our own Persian Prince who moves straight in with a torpedo attack. Brilliantly timed, but luckily Simon and Donatello with the stick managed to move out of the way. Now, as you can see, the Prince is just using his special moves. He's trying to get the forks to fly. He's trying to do his fireball, trying for his torpedo attack, very similar to Vega's in Street Fighter. But at the moment, M. Bison's in Street Fighter, in fact. But at the moment, it's definitely the Prince with the upper hand. And look at the damage at the top of the screen. Donatello, that's Simon. He's taking a pasting. That red is really moving up on his damage bar. A few more hits like that, and it's all going to be over in the first round. But he's managed to thwart that torpedo attack. And he's throwing in a special boom. He's trying to come up, but it's all over. The Prince wins the first round. Raphael wins with the forks.
You're quite ready, gentlemen? Fight on.
Now Simon's got to get more aggressive here. He's got to move in. He's got to use that stick. He's got to use brute force. Donatello's got the advantage in brute strength over Raphael. But Raphael's more maneuverable, and at the moment, Simon is feeling that right where it hurts because Raphael has definitely got the upper hand. And no, Simon's coming back. Simon's going back, and look at Raphael's damage bar. The Prince is in trouble. Those sonic booms are really making the difference. Raphael is coming back. This is great play here from Simon. Simon can make this count. Look at he's moving in with the stick. But no, the Prince has always got something for him. This is close. This is very close. Now Simon's damaged by Donatello is moving down. The Prince is coming back. The Prince has got him. He's almost got him again. But no, Simon's won the second round. He came from nowhere to win.
Fight on.
Simon is not going to let this go without a fight. That's exactly what he's here for. This lad is here to fight, and away he goes. Everybody comes with his stick, but Raphael is always there with the forks. The Persian Prince will not be denied. Towards that special move, moves in with the kick, using those forks at full potential, stabbing the shoulders. What can Donatello do against this? It's an onslaught. What can Simon muster against this? Yes, he's got quick jabs to the midriff. A solid boom thrown there. But Raphael's always got the upper hand. He's always come back with something. Donatello's in trouble. Simon is in big trouble here if Donatello can keep this up. Yes, at the moment, yes. Raphael wins. The Prince has won again. Another textbook performance. It's all over.
And Simon, the nightmare unfolds. It's getting worse and worse and worse. You've got 16 points.
Persian Prince, what can we say?
I'm just too good for these kids.
It wasn't quite perfect, but it was enough to beat you. The Persian Prince of Perfection! It's against the machine. Tim, what is it?
OK, Simon, you're in Last Chance Saloon. This is it. You're in the bar. There's a woman. She's held by the 8 braids of her hair because this is Save the Maiden from Heimdall. You've got axes. You've got 40 seconds to try and free her. It's all down to this.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. You've got unlimited axes. You've got 40 seconds. You've got 16 points. How many do you want to bet?
Just one.
Just one? Whoa! Mr. Big Time. Let's see if you can do it for the last time. Take your position at the console. So, quite wise betting, I suppose, isn't it?
Absolutely. This is a wise young man. It's got to be said, Bob. He's come on here. He's played against the best. He's done the best that he could, but he's determined not to go out with 0. At the very end of the day, he's bet low. He can't beat the machine. He couldn't beat the Videators, but he's a star anyway.
OK, let's see. Unlimited X, 40 seconds. We're all behind you, Simon. Let's see if you can save the maiden.
OK, 40 seconds, Simon. Yes, you've got the first one down. No, you've got a bit higher there. Yes, you've got 2 down. And, oh, no, you've got it on the head.
She will come back now, but you'll lose a few valuable seconds.
Absolutely. Yes, 3 down. Go on, Simon, you can do this. Just to prove them at home that you can do this. You've come on the Games World, you've lost everything, but you can do Save the Maiden, can't you? You're 4 down, you've got 4 to go. Yes, 3 to go. 15 seconds of your time remaining. Oh, that was close. You've only got 3 left. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. 6 seconds left. Come on, Simon. 2 down. 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Oh, you better on the head. You're out of time. It's all over. It's all over, Simon. What can we say?
Simon, you were beaten by the Videators, beaten by the machine, beaten by the clock, and you've got 15 points.
So, Simon, your ordeal is over. It was a tough one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it certainly was. 15 points. Tim, where does that leave him on the leaderboard?
Well, 15 points is obviously not good, Bob, but then again, everybody gets beaten here on Beat the Elite, and believe it or not, 15 points puts Simon in 7th place.
7th place. You know what happens? At the end of this series, the top 10 on the leaderboard will come back, and one of those will go through and become our supreme champion. Will Simon be one of them? I don't know. We'll see. There are people waiting in the wings who are saying, oh, no chance. They're going to be coming on Monday and Wednesday when we have 2 more eliminators. And this time next week, another poor soul will be standing in this spot, hoping to beat the elite. You got anything better to do with your time? I don't think so. Join us then. Thank you. Good night.
A dilemma for Tori next, with Kirk as a judge. How can she possibly hope to win the title of Miss Paradise Beach?